Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Busola. I am a medical doctor living in England. I make videos about medicine, lifestyle, and everything in between. If you've not checked out my channel, please check it out. I'm sure you'd find a lot of videos that will interest you. And if you're an OG subscriber, welcome back, fam. Today's video is a very fun one because this is the first sit-down video I'm making as a UK resident. I asked you guys to ask me any question and I will be answering them in this video. So if that is something that you are interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay, before we proceed, I wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys for your love and your support and all the amazing messages that I have gotten from everyone after I shared the news that I will be relocating to the UK. You guys are so amazing. I'm still responding to comments from that video because I made it a point. That video has, I think, almost 500 comments, and I promised myself that I was going to respond to every single one. I am still working my way through every single comment and I will eventually finish it. So I just wanted to thank you guys. You guys are so amazing. Thank you guys so much. The love has been insane. So yeah guys, before we proceed, I am very excited to be working once again with Teddy Blake. They sent me this bag and I am going to be unboxing it sometime in this video. It is an absolutely gorgeous bag. Teddy Blake makes such amazing quality leather bags and I am so obsessed with this brand, guys, and they were so gracious and kind enough to send me another bag that we'll be unboxing in this video. Okay, so yeah, stay tuned. I put out a request on my YouTube community and also on my Instagram for you guys to ask me questions, and you guys absolutely did, and we are going to be getting through all of those questions in this video. I have quite a number of questions on Instagram and I am going to be going through each and every one of them and answering all your questions, and then we are going to go to YouTube community after that. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so the first one is not a question, it is a comment, and it says, I have been a big fan, no question, just stopping by to appreciate your work. Thank you guys so much. Another question says, do you need dependent for this kind of visa? I don't know what this means, but if I were to guess, I would say that this person is probably asking if I am on a dependent visa. I'm not on a dependent visa. I am on a skilled worker visa, specifically the health and care worker visa, because I am a medical doctor. So that's the kind of visa that we are on when we work in the UK. What specialty are you going into? I'm starting a residency or a training program in general practice, and that lasts for 3 years. After that, you are a licensed GP, okay, in the UK. So that's what I am going into. Have you moved to the UK? Yes, I have. I am currently in the UK right now. Hopefully my relocation, the travel vlog, is up before this one, but if it's not up before this one, then it will come just after this one. Next question says, congratulations Dr. B, advice for struggling between choosing health space and content space. Okay, so I also know this person very well. She's a very sweet babe. She's a physiotherapist, so she's also a medical professional. Struggling between content and healthcare is not something that I have ever dealt with, honestly, so I don't know if I will be able to answer that question properly. But I've dabbled into many things over the years. For me, healthcare comes at the top of my priority. Like, healthcare would always come first, and it is never an argument for me because I believe that that is my own calling and it may be different for different people. I have had to make that choice many times in my lifetime. When I was in medical school, early on in medical school, I was a business developer for a startup tech firm, and after I got into clinicals, I had to drop that job and focus squarely on medicine because it just wasn't going to work out. Like, I was going to be spending so much time at the hospital studying, and I would not be able to attend to customers as much as I would want to because I was dealing a lot with customers and also prospective customers as well. So it was a thing that I just could not join with medical school, so I had to drop it, and the choice wasn't actually that difficult. I also had a baking business that was doing so well that I had to also drop when I was entering into 5th year, if I'm not mistaken, because it just wasn't working out anymore. This choice is very, very peculiar to each individual. You have to know what you're looking for and what you actually feel like is your calling. For someone like me that can do a lot of things, I have to keep choosing medicine over and over again, and I have to keep making that decision. But what I have found is that medicine ends up coming out on top every single time. So it depends on you. It depends on how fulfilled you are as a medical professional. It depends on how fulfilled you are content creating, and also how secure is content creation for you. Because even if you feel like content creation is your dream job and it is your calling and all of that, there's also real life. If you feel like content creation is not going to sustain you and you do not have family, friends to fall back on as an adult, then you have to keep your day job, even if it doesn't make you the happiest person, and then do your content creation on the side until you feel like you can take the wheels off and focus on content creation full time. So I would not say it's something that you should rush into. For me, it has actually been quite easy. Even the content I do is based around medicine, so it's very easy for me. I am a born medical professional. I'm a born medical doctor, so it's not a difficult decision for me. Could that change in the future? Yes, it could change depending on where I am and what the circumstance is at the time. But for right now, it's not a major decision, or it's not a conundrum for me. Another question says, this is my friend, says, why are you gorgeous? Someone says, how did you prepare for the exams? I'm going to make a video. Actually, after this one, I'm going to sit down and make a video about prepping for and passing the MSRA exams, so look out for that. Next question says, mind telling us where you worked while in Lagos? I worked at Arjolad Hospital. A lot of people have been asking that question since I decided to leave, because I was saying a lot of things about how working in the emergency room has really helped me skill-wise as a doctor. So yeah, that's where I worked. What advice will you give a 400 level student who plans to jump after medical school? I've been following you before I entered medical school, and I'm in 400 level now in LASU. Congratulations, baby girl. Congratulations. 400 level is no joke. I'm rooting for you. Congratulations, and you are almost at the finish line. Okay, so just keep at it. Advice to give a 400 level medical student that wants to jump after medical school: I would say start thinking about it now. The climb is changing very fast. Everything is changing very fast, so you need to be up to date about what the new rules are concerning whatever country that you're looking at. There are a lot of options, but the major options that I know are the UK, the US, and Canada. You need to decide where you want to go. Actually, you need to have a focus. You cannot be doing UK, doing US, doing Canada all at the same time. Some people do it, but it can be really stressful, and it can really drain your money as well. So I'd say choose one depending on what your own personal situation is, and then look into what the rules are. See what you can be doing now to facilitate your relocation after you leave medical school. So for US, if you are thinking of going to the US, you can actually start preparing for USMLE now. Okay, you can actually write your step 1 USMLE while you are in medical school, during house job or immediately after house job. Okay, for the UK, a lot of things are changing, and so right now we don't know what the situation will be in the next 1-2 years, but eventually everything is going to normalize, and we are going to know what we are left with. So also keep your ears on the ground for that. My own takeaway is just research. Okay, check online, check the websites, check YouTube. There are so many videos that talk about each pathway that you'd want to go. Okay, so just do your own research and start working. Whatever it is that you can do right now to work towards that, start doing it right now. What's the biggest difference between working as a doctor in Nigeria versus the UK? I think I kind of answered this question in my last Q&A, so please check that out. But obviously I've not worked in the UK, but I answered about the pros and cons of working as a doctor in Nigeria in my last Q&A. This is not a question. I love you so much, Dr. B. I'm rooting for you always. Thank you so much, baby girl. You're so amazing. Thank you. Are you going into specialty training, or are you going to be an FY1 or 2? I am going into GP training, so I'm not starting as an FY or an SHO. I am basically going into training for the next 3 years. The question follows and says, if not going into specialty training, you know how that works for someone interested. For specialty training, you have to write the MSRA exams and apply to whatever specialty that you would be interested in, GP, psych, emergency medicine, whatever you are interested in. You have to write the exam and apply through that pathway basically. Are you in a relationship currently? At this point, I'm actually not going to be answering any of these questions anymore. Any of these relationship questions, I'm not going to be answering them because you guys do not quit, okay? I have said it time with that number that I do not discuss relationships on this channel, okay? Hi guys, a quick intermission to show you guys this amazing gorgeous bag that Teddy Blake sent me. I have unboxed it in a vlog previously that you guys are going to see very soon, but I am going to open this bag for you and show you guys the bag. It is so gorgeous. Such a gorgeous bag, guys. This color is to die for. I actually absolutely love this color. It is such a beautiful leather material. It is so gorgeous, so cute. This was made with beautiful premium Italian leather. It also has that real leather smell that I absolutely love. It is such a gorgeous bag, perfect for everyday wear and also a more dressed up look. It is so gorgeous. The red is to die for, guys. This is my new favorite bag. Teddy Blake actually works with Italian designers who have worked at high-end luxury houses, so the craftsmanship and attention to detail is so obvious. The structure, the silhouette, the gold hardware is giving expensive, okay? It is giving old money. It has a lot of space as well, so I believe that this is going to be able to take quite a number of things like my phone, my makeup, my Kindle. They're all going to be able to fit into this bag. And another thing that I absolutely love about this bag is the crossbody strap, so you can always wear it as crossbody for a more dressed down look. This is what it looks like, and you can just wear it as a crossbody. I really love this bag. Thank you so much, Teddy Blake, for gifting me this bag, and I cannot wait to rock it with so many different outfits and looks that you guys are going to absolutely enjoy. Okay, so let's get back to the video. Is the MSRA exam cheaper than the PLAB exam? The MSRA exam is actually free. That said, the MSRA exam is not a licensing exam. You cannot get a UK license from the MSRA exam, so it is not an either or situation. To be able to get a job through the MSRA exam, you have to have a license to practice in the UK. The MSRA exam is not going to give you a license to practice, and that is why you still need to write your PLAB exams. You don't have to have passed your PLAB 2 before you apply to write the MSRA exam, but by the time you are resuming your work or your residency after you have passed your MSRA exam and you've gotten a job, you have to have gotten your license. So you still have to write your PLAB while writing your MSRA or before writing your MSRA. I don't know if that really makes sense. So it's not a one or the other kind of exam. What camera do you use? So I currently use 2 different cameras right now for filming my sit-down videos. The camera I'm using right now is the Canon EOS M50, and for my vlogs I use my phone or the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Do you have information for the press exams for doctors considering relocation to Ireland? I have absolutely no idea what that route is like, so I cannot give you any information. I have zero idea. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about the Ireland route or the press exam or whatever. I don't know what that route entails, but I'm sure there will be videos on YouTube talking about it, and if not, they would have websites also talking about it, so you can always go that route. Outside the UK and USA, are there countries you would advise a newly graduated student, I'm guessing medical students, to try? If yes, which? Also, is PLAB still a route you would tell others to try out this year or in the future? Thank you. So these are 2 questions. Let me answer the first one. So apart from the UK and America, which other countries would I advise people to try out? I am not a Japa expert. I'm not a medical Japa expert. I don't have a lot of information on all the different routes because I did not try all the different routes. I actually only tried the UK and I also considered the US. So I don't have a lot of information on all of these things, but the options that I know, there is Australia, Canada, Ireland, like somebody already said. There are a bunch of other countries actually, and all those countries will have their different requirements. There's also Germany, which somebody advised me to do. If you are considering a country that doesn't speak English, then you know you have to learn that language and be proficient in that language to actually work as a doctor in that country. And the other question, is PLAB still a route that I would advise people to take in the year 2025? This is a very, very deep question, honestly. It's looking almost impossible for a doctor to get a job in the UK from outside of the country, even if they already have a UK license to practice. So that is what that person is asking. Even though it is extremely difficult for you to get a job, a few people are still getting a job. So I don't want to be the Debbie Downer that will tell you, oh, it is so bleak and it is so hopeless and you guys should just not come to the UK anymore. After I have gotten into the UK, okay, it doesn't make any sense for me to say, oh, you guys should not come now that I am here. Personally, I am never going to do that. What I would say is do your research properly, and also in the next couple of years we are going to see what the developments are, and I will be able to answer this question more honestly. But yeah, for me, is it getting bleak? Yes, I'm only going to tell you the facts. It is getting extremely difficult. Honestly, you may want to think about how much time and effort and money goes into securing a UK license that you may not be able to use for years. So just think about that, do your research, and if you have a huge risk appetite, then you can go that route. If you could start your entire journey all over again, if you had the opportunity to pick between going to the US immediately after high school to still pursue medicine, or going to a Nigerian university, finishing as a doctor after 6 years, then pursuing residency in the UK or US, which would you go for and why? Definitely I would have taken that opportunity. Why? It's a better economy, better education. Are you nervous about starting in a new healthcare system? I'm not going to lie, yes I am. I'm actually a little bit anxious about that. It is an entirely new country, new system, new culture, a whole new everything that I have to adapt to. So that makes me a little bit anxious, but I have been preparing. I've been attending a lot of webinars, online classes, reading up, and just trying my best to give myself the best chance at integrating properly. But am I anxious? Yes I am, but I think everything is going to be fine. People do it. So one thing I always remind myself of is that people do it. So if other people can do it, then I have the ability to do it as well. Would you ever go back to emergency medicine? We'll talk about that in a future video. What was the hardest part about relocating from Nigeria? Getting the job was the hardest part. Have you found accommodation in the UK, or are you living with family? Currently I have put in an offer for an apartment, and if that offer goes through, then I am going to have an apartment. But I'm not living with family. I am going to get my own space, and I am going to also be bringing you guys on that journey as well. I have a house hunting vlog that is coming up soon, so look out for that as well. And what's one thing people always get wrong about you? I think a lot of people think that I may be mean because of the way I look. My face kind of has a frowning look, like my face usually looks like I am frowning. So because of that, people tend to believe that I am mean before they actually get to know me, but that is usually wrong.